What's up, y'all? You're watching Union Minded. I'm your host, Eric, and today we are going to talk about the UAW, who, because of their historic win against the Big Three, has inspired non-union auto workers to want to organize as well, and non-union auto companies to raise their salaries for their wage workers in order to keep them from organizing. But it's not working because workers want to organize. There's a sentiment in America these days that hasn't been felt in over 70 years, and that is that unions rock. There's a sentiment amongst the public that unions rock. And so the UAW has been riding that sentiment, as well as the Teamsters, and they're helping to lead the way once again, or anew. President Fain has been leading in a very old school way with aggressive, assertive behavior, withholding labor as it was needed, and that's how he won an amazing strike with the members. And all credit to the members, because it was the members that gave him the ability to do so. Once the UAW enacted one man, one vote, every member gets to vote for the national leadership, things changed. The membership elected a reformer candidate who promised to be aggressive, and he has been. And so they won that Big Three strike. And so now there's this sentiment that Volkswagen wants to unionize, Honda wants to unionize, Tesla's over in Sweden, I think it is, on strike. It's a movement that is growing right now and percolating like it hasn't in 70 years. And so Honda has been doing some unfair labor practices, and the UAW is not standing for it. I'm following the UAW Twitter here, and this is what they put out. We are filing an unfair labor practice charge against Honda because of management illegally telling us to remove union stickers from our hats, and for basically threatening us with write-ups, says Honda worker Josh Cupid in a video that was released on More Perfect Union. It's essentially to show Honda that we know what our rights are, and that they're not going to bully us, and we're not going to back down from them. And we know that they are in the wrong. These companies are breaking the law in an attempt to get auto workers to sit down and shut up instead of fighting for their fair share, said the UAW president Shawn Fain. But these workers are showing management that they won't be intimidated out of their right to speak up and organize for a better life. From Honda to Hyundai to Volkswagen and beyond, we've got their back. The auto industry's record profits should mean record contracts for these workers too, said Fain. They had a meeting today online on Facebook Live, and they met with non-union auto workers to talk to them about the union this afternoon. I'm sure you can look it up on the UAW's Facebook page and YouTube channel. Thousands of non-union auto workers across the country have launched campaigns to organize more than a dozen automakers across the country, building off of the historic success of the UAW stand-up strike at the Big Three. Their success really did, it was a bellwether. It was one of those events that signaled a time, you know what I mean? It was like the start of the race, like the shot that starts the race. That's what that win was. And unions all across the country have got to take advantage of this public sentiment and organize like they've never organized before. And the way the UAW was able to do this, mind you, was internal organizing first. They didn't get Shawn Fain because they didn't enact change before Shawn Fain was able to become president. The UAW enacted one member, one vote at one of their conventions, and then the following election, the membership elected a reformer candidate that was promising to do things more aggressively like the older unions of yesterday. And so that's how they wound up with Fain. And Fain has kept to his word, and he's been very aggressive, and he's also brought the structure of the UAW onto his side of things. Once you start winning, man, you start to feel different about things. But that's how the UAW did it. It was a ground up thing. The members organized within the UAW first, and then they were able to get a reformer candidate elected And then they were able to make their union an aggressive fighting union. And the UAW has shown the way, and they are now filing unfair labor practice charges against Honda, showing further how to fight these companies when they start to do the wrong thing and do union busting tactics. So they're just leading in a lot of ways, and I think it's a great thing because it shows an example of how any union can reform itself and become a fighting union, and that's inspiring to me. My name's Eric. You're watching Union Minded. Keep in mind, the fight's not left and right. It is up and down. It's going to take solidarity to win always. Each one teach one. Get out there and reach one. And remember, there could be no union without you and I front and center. Peace.